Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Now, I've done jersey rankings from leagues around the world, whether it's KHL or NHL, EIHL over in the UK, and I'm going to take a look at some other leagues in North America specifically coming up soon, the WHL and the ECHL, and in this video specifically, the OHL, the Ontario Hockey League, which is a hockey league in Canada. And now that league has, I think, 20 teams. And, you know, a lot of the team names, maybe you're familiar with, maybe you're not. It's a very popular league, and it's a league that births a lot of NHL superstars. So I have a feeling that some of these names you're definitely gonna know. Maybe you're Canadian, maybe you're American, depending on where you are. Maybe you don't know any of these teams, but I have a feeling most of you will have heard of some of these teams. So I've ranked these 20-1, my least favorite to favorite. We're gonna go through it in that order, and there's nothing more to say. Let's do it. In 20th position, I've put the Kitchener Rangers, and specifically 100% because this is just the New York Rangers jersey. Now, I understand the affiliation, okay? I realize that. I totally get it. There's nothing wrong with it. I get the history. I get the affiliation. But specifically, personally, subjectively, me, I like to see teams be original. Have an original jersey. If you want to pay homage or pay respect to the affiliation with the New York Rangers, put a patch on the shoulder or do something else. I don't think that you need to 100% copy the jersey. Now, I don't think I'm right in that viewpoint. I think that maybe there are a lot of people who think the exact opposite, that if you are affiliated with the team, you should share their same colors, their same scheme, everything. And there's nothing wrong with that opinion either. But this is my ranking, and that's last. 19, and really for the exact same reason, the Hampton Bulldogs. This is very similar to the Pittsburgh Penguins jersey. And while I do like this design and I think it looks really good, it's just not original for me. Number 18, again, for the exact same reason, the Spitfires, Windsor Spitfires, one of my favorite teams in the OHL, if not my favorite team. But I can't rank them. I can't rank them high because this jersey is basically the Washington Capitals jersey, which is disappointing. Again, still a nice jersey, just no originality for me. Number 17, this is where we start to kind of get into some unique jerseys with their own identity. The Owen Sound Attack. It's not a bad jersey. I know it's ranked 17, but before you can see any other jersey it compares to, just this jersey by itself, it's not a bad jersey. Just because I ranked it low doesn't mean that I hate it. I actually don't hate any of these jerseys. I think they're all really nice. This one is a nice jersey. The only thing I don't like about it is the collar. I find the collar a little bit distracting. It almost has this carbon fiber texture or something to it. It doesn't match up with the rest of the stripes on the jersey. The jersey stripes look black. That kind of looks like a graphite or a charcoal gray or something like that. It's not like a jet black like the stripes. That's really the only reason. Number 16, the Oshawa Generals. Again, it's not a bad jersey. It's just a very generic red jersey with some generic stripes. There's nothing special going on here. The color combination is typical. Nothing bad, just nothing that woos me. Number 15, the Sarnia Sting. I do like that this jersey is primarily black. We don't see a lot of primarily black teams or black jersey teams. The hints and the splash of yellow on there looks nice. It matches the logo. The logo has a lot of yellow, a lot of black in it. So this jersey works really well with that logo. I'm just personally not a fan of these two colors together in most circumstances. There are definitely circumstances where I do like these colors together, and you might see that later in this video or in another video. I can't remember what's coming up in this league. I got all these videos ready at once, so there's so many jerseys floating through my head, but anyways, you'll see a better example of this in the future. Number 14, I put the Niagra Mice Dogs. It kind of reminds me of a couple of teams from different leagues around the world, but no teams specifically. So I like that it has a bit of originality. The collar is really interesting. It's not a color match to the rest of the jersey. It's not using one solid color. You've got two colors there. You've got a red and a white. You don't see that very often. Sometimes you see it in the NHL. Sometimes they kind of come down and they stop here or they'll stop here. The Chicago Blackhawks recently changed their jersey where the white stopped here and kind of made this angle, and they brought it back to here. So that's the only thing I can kind of relate it to a little bit, but it's not really distracting, but it's not, again, wooing me either. So number 13, I put the Saginaw Spirit. This looks like kind of like an 80s classic jersey. Nothing wrong with it, but just super almost generic. Not really in a bad way. It's just I'm really looking for something creative, something new. Again, nothing bad. Number 12, the Mississauga Steelheads, a jersey that I actually do have, signed by the entire team. I should have brought it in here to show it to you guys in this video. But it's a nice jersey, typical color combination that we see lots around basically every league, blue and white, and a really nice shade of blue here. I think it complements the logo very nice. I find the collar a little bit distracting though, that white collar. I would have liked to see that color matched with the blue, but otherwise it's a really nice jersey. Number 11, the Sudbury Wolves. I put them here ahead of a very similar jersey that you just saw because the blue is almost the same, but they're not using a white to complement it. They're using a very light gray or silver, if you want to call it that. It's not a color combination that you see often. Usually it's blue and white, or it's something else in white, like a really light blue and white, or really, really dark blue, almost black and white. You don't see this color gray and blue. It's not seen often. So I like the originality here. I like the fact that they chose an untypical color combination. And yeah, I mean, bonus points for that. Number 10, I put the Sioux Greyhounds. I think that this might be the perfect example of a really clean jersey. I get Detroit Red Wings vibes a little bit, but not too much. I think that their logo specifically works absolutely wonderful on a really clean jersey idea like this, because their logo, no offense, is very basic and very simple. It was probably created years and years and years ago. It's not a modern logo design, but there's nothing wrong with that. It looks really good on this clean jersey. A clean logo on a clean jersey. I like the accents of the stars up above. Yeah, it's just a clean uniform, and I like that the collar matches the color of the jersey. Number 9, the Erie Otters. I love this color combination. You have a really, really deep blue, almost ocean blue, with highlights of yellow and then some white, some white thrown in there as well. I like that the white kind of separates those yellow stripes, or creates two yellow stripes by putting the white stripe in between. I love the color combination. The striping is fine. It's a little bit thick near the bottom. That's what she said. But overall, it's a really nice jersey design. Number 8, the Guelph Storm. Mainly due to the color that they chose. Now, obviously, this has to do with their logo, because in the logo they use this deep red, almost burgundy. I like that a lot, and I'm really happy that they chose to use that same burgundy, we'll call it, on their jersey. It's not a typical color. There's only a couple of teams and a couple of leagues that I can think about that use this specific like burgundy. I'm thinking Colorado Avalanche. There's some other teams as well. I think the Atlanta Thrashers maybe use a touch of burgundy here in a couple of their jerseys, but I like that a lot. That, to me, that's different. Number 7, the London Knights, and I will admit I am not a fan of this color combination. Yellow and green, to me, just don't work, and I've said that in countless previous videos, whether it's logos, whether it's jerseys, whatever. Not a fan of it. However, I'm an extremely nostalgic person, and when I look at this jersey, I see like the classic Minnesota North Stars jersey, and I just can't help but just look at it in awe. It's ugly, but I really appreciate it, and that kind of makes me like it. The collar itself is super interesting. Black, yellow, green with another little yellow square in the middle. It's a little busy, it's a little distracting, but I kind of like it. It's different, right? So even though just overall I'm not a fan of this color combination. It's an iconic jersey. It reminds me of an iconic jersey that's a little bit different, but still still has its own identity and personality, which I really appreciate that. And I actually had this ranked a little bit higher, but I kind of redo my rankings a couple of times before I release the videos, and it fell to 7th. And 6th, the Peterborough Petes, much like the what was the other jersey? The Guelph Storm. They're choosing a burgundy that you don't really see that often, and I really like that. I think it looks good, and especially with the white accents here. You got the white starting at the neck and coming all the way across your shoulders and then down the arms. That's unique. The almost triangle shape coming from the bottom where it's wide and coming up to a tip near the tit. I like that. That looks pretty good. It kind of looks like a practice jersey a little bit, but I do really like the color combination. Number 5, the Kingston Frontenacs. I'm thinking Boston Bruins, but with its own personality. I see the Boston Bruins have, I don't have it here with me. I actually mailed it away to get my name put on it, or not my name, but a name put on it. So I can't even show it. But This jersey reminds me of the white version of this jersey. Now, the Boston Bruins have a dark version of that jersey, but it doesn't look like this. This looks like a combination of the Boston Bruins' current third jersey and the dark one, and the current third white jersey. I don't know if they've used that this year, but if you're familiar with those two jerseys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This jersey here is just a combination or the child of both of those jerseys. I'm a big fan of both of those jerseys, even though I'm not a fan of the Boston Bruins or really their logo. But to me, this is an example of a team that uses these two colors effectively. Not really a fan of black and gold together usually, but here I really like it. It's got a classic feel. It reminds me of a jersey that I've seen in the past, but again, it's got its own personality, so I really like that. If I could change anything, it might be to remove the logos, or maybe make this part not white or something. That I'm being really nitpicky though. Number 4, I put the Flint Firebirds. This really comes down to two things: color combination, which we don't see that often, a really deep blue, and that orange with that silver accent. I don't even know any other team that uses this color combination off the top of my head. I'm sure there is teams, but it works well with the logo. But then the striping on the arms is quite different. It almost looks like he's wearing a t-shirt a little bit, but not in a bad way. And I think some people could make that argument and say it looks like that in a bad way. But to me, that's unique. I really like that, and full marks here to the Firebirds for this jersey. I also really like the collar, how it splits orange to gray. In third place, I put the Barrie Colts. This is a simple jersey design, but with really subtle, brilliant elements. Great color combination, matches the logo perfectly. Some pinstripes coming down, reminds me a little bit of the Columbus Blue Jackets jersey. The collar is unique, and what I really like is the inside arm stripes that you see here. It's kind of like it's on both sides, on the inside only. And hey, you know what? That's pretty unique. I like that a lot, so big marks there. Number 2, this might get some controversy. I've put the Ottawa 67s, and I think this is one of those jerseys that you either really love or you really hate. Obviously, it's a number 2 for me. I really love this jersey. It reminds me of kind of that third jersey that the Ottawa Senators used 10 years ago-ish, and then they kind of brought it back for that centennial game against Montreal in 2016 or 2017. I think it was 2017. But it's not similar, but it's got shades of that. I prefer this jersey over the Centennial jersey, which is similar to the previous alternate jersey that Ottawa used. I'm a big fan of this jersey. If I could change one thing, it would be the collar. I think that white is a little bit too thick, but I mean, this is just different. Number 1, you're paying homage to history. Number 2, you're showing an affiliation with the actual NHL team, which shares the colors, which shares some of its history, but it's not copying the jersey completely or the current team. So this is almost the perfect jersey to me. I know it's bold, it's in your face. Some people might have this last, and I understand that. Again, this is a subjective process. Number 1 overall, I put the North Bay Battalion. This is probably not anyone else's number 1, but for me, it's so different. I don't remember ever seeing that shade of green in a jersey as the primary color. And you're paying homage to that specific part of Ontario. I like the military feel. You have those. I know there's a name for them. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But you have those on both sides near the elbow. That is in relation to the team name and the logo and the city or the area. I like that a lot. And the striping on the bottom is simple, but also helps balance out the jersey a little bit. If that was all green on the bottom, I don't think I'd like this jersey as much. I think that would make those yellow things on the arms stand out a little bit too much. I like that there's yellow on the bottom as well. It gives the jersey a little bit of balance. I probably wouldn't change anything about this jersey. I like the numbers on the side. I like the little text ribbon that goes on here. I like that the collar is black and kind of, again, gives balance to the rest of the jersey. Black along the bottom and then some black along the top, which kind of matches the black of the neck guard and the helmet as well. But then the helmet is the same green as the jersey. It's just a really, really good uniform design. Might change the color of the gloves. I would love to see maybe not them just use it, but if I could get if this photoshopped, which I could probably technically do, and change the color of the gloves to match the jersey, I would just do that for fun. But anyways, North Bay Battalion, congratulations. You are my number 1 jersey in the OHL. I understand that some teams in this league use alternate jerseys. I chose the jerseys, the dark jerseys in here that I could see each team tweeting most regularly. So maybe you saw a jersey in here that you consider one of their alternate jerseys. If so, my mistake. Big deal. Who cares? But I am going to do the white jerseys. So every team in this league obviously has a white jersey. I will eventually do this ranking of this league for the white jerseys. Not right away, I don't think. But if you want to see that, please let me know down in the comment section. And again, like I said at the beginning, I'm doing the WHL soon, and I'm doing the ECHL soon. So you can expect those videos coming within the next probably 7 days, maybe 4 or 5 days. I don't want to make any promises, but I'm filming both of those tomorrow night. I'm filming this on Thursday night. I'm going to release this, I think, tonight, Thursday. And I'm going to film those other two tomorrow and release them over the next couple of days. So if you want to see those videos, please hit the subscribe button down below. And if you're new to the channel, I've got previous videos, jersey concept rankings, NHL logo concepts, all kinds of concepts, and just jersey ranking stuff. I'm a jersey head. I've got lots of jerseys here next to me. I've got a jersey for every NHL team. I've got jerseys from a bunch of leagues around the world. So if you're new, please join me in lots of hockey content and lots of other fun content too on this channel. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you did like it, help me out a lot and hit the like button down below. That helps me a bunch. So, all right, guys, take care. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you later. Adios.